everybody. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I am so excited. We are live here from Panama, and we've got an amazing panel of ladies who have been able to join us for this very first women's retreat. Let's make sure that you are giving StreamYard permission. We want to see who's in there watching us live. If you are watching this live, put a 1. And if you're watching the replay, put a 2. Okay, so what I wanted to come live and share with you today is a few different things, some takeaways, some stories, some memories, introduce you to some of the ladies that were here, and then also tell you about our next event, right? Because one of the things that I think is really cool is that Melanie was willing to start a secondary retreat and plan that before this one even started, because we just got so freaking excited. And there was a bunch of people who couldn't make it. And so we're like, what? When's the next one? So we have planned another retreat. We're not sure if we're going to be doing any beyond that, but we will tell you a little bit about this next event here by the end of today. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up Davida Cartwright. Davida is an amazing lady who I've known for a few different months. If each of you can mute yourselves until it's your time to share, just so that there's no feedback. I know that's always a fun one. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Oh, you muted my mic too, host. I don't want to talk. No, this is so funny. I'm so glad you ladies are all here. And Davida, I'm so glad that you were able to join us in Panama. I know it was your first time leaving the country. Yes, this is incredible. So I would love for you to share with everyone just a quick, what was your biggest takeaway? What was one of those moments you remember, you know, probably for the rest of your life? And, you know, just tell them a little bit about your experience with the training, the setting, the people.
Okay, so I can tell you that the group of ladies that you see here and those that aren't on the broadcast with us are absolutely amazing. Their energy, their support, their enthusiasm is 100% supportive, and you just can't leave a room or walk into a room without smiling, without feeling better, without knowing that you can do whatever you want to do. I said this a couple of times because my son got to come with me. We tell our kids all the time, you can do and be whatever you want, but we kind of lose that. We forget that vision for ourselves, and being part of this community has kind of reawakened in me that dream, that desire, that vision to move forward. We all kind of posted through text that what our takeaways were, but the thing that has continued to pop out to me is the best exercise that Melanie had us do to begin with. And that was telling us to write down 5 people we needed to forgive. Even if they will never come and say they are sorry, even if they never apologize, because when you are holding on to that, you are holding yourself back. The only person you're hurting is yourself. And then she had us pair up with another woman in the room and had us say, I am sorry for every woman that has ever hurt you in your life. Please forgive me. And our reply back was, I forgive you, I release you, and I bless you. And then my son and Sherry's husband were there, and she had them step up to the front of the stage and had them say to all of us in the room, we are sorry for the men in your life that have hurt you. Please forgive us. And it was the most releasing experience ever, I think, for everybody. I mean, we had buckets of tears everywhere. And then the following morning, Shanda actually led yoga. And while doing our breathing exercises in between each movement, she kept saying, I am strong. I am confident. I am loved. I am powerful. Whatever you wanted to fill in for that I am sentence, and it just reset and confirmed, I believe, for all of us that, again, we can do and be whatever we want. It doesn't matter what age we are. And there were women there as young as 22 all the way up to Melanie's mother, who's in her 80s. It was absolutely amazing.
I totally agree. There's so many beautiful moments. And, one of the things that I think is really special about these retreats is, sometimes we know what we should do, right? Whether it's forgiveness or moving our body or, making content. There's all these things we should do and we know better, but having someone that can actually lead you through them and create this experience for you where you get to rest in the following, rest in the energy, rest in the space that's being held so that you can go through the actual process, whether it's forgiveness, whether it's connection, whether it's content creation, whether it's rest, whether it's play, right? That we actually get the opportunity to experience it wholly before our mind committee takes over and says, yeah, but, right? Yeah, but you didn't. Yeah, but you haven't. Yeah, but that person. Yeah, but. And instead, you get to release all of that and move forward. And it's a really special honor to be able to hold that space and guide you ladies through it. And so I'm so glad that you played all out. I'm so impressed, Davida. Your son, he literally high school grad, he's just out of high school and he came to this event learning about how to be more, do more, and have more with his life. And the fact that he played all out says something about, the way you've been parenting him. And I am so excited for what's ahead for that young man. Like, can you imagine getting exposed to this at 18? Y'all, like, that's insane. Thank you so much, Davida, for your smile, for your energy, for the peace that you brought to the room, and for just being such a dynamic part of our community. What would you say to somebody who is considering going to the next retreat? If they're like, well, I don't know, like, how's this going to impact, my business or my mindset or my health? Like what, I just don't know. I've never been to one of these things, or maybe it's just another one of those things. What would you tell them if they were considering Kelowna?
Go all in. It's not about being afraid to do the travel. It's not about being afraid of what am I going to receive. It's not about questioning where's the money going to come from. If you are ready and you want to move forward and you're ready to do the next thing, go all in. The money will show up, the travel arrangements will work out, and you literally will be in a community of the most amazing women you will ever experience in your life. I never dreamed of traveling outside the US ever. Never had an interest, because the United States has so many beautiful areas. But I'm telling you, if I had not taken this chance on myself, I would have missed a very empowering opportunity.
Oh, I appreciate you so much, Davida. Thank you for everything. I know that you are busy working your brick and mortar, so I'm going to let you get back to that. Thank you for being here. I'm so grateful for you. All right.
Thank you so much, ladies. Love you.
All right. So now I would love to have Lisa come on. Lisa is a lady that I have only just met in person for the first time. And she had never traveled by herself ever before and got to come over a bunch of hurdles just to get there, right? All the chaos, all the crazy, all the things, and really showed up.
Thank you.
Really showed up this weekend. And so I would love for you to actually share, kind of your biggest takeaways from the event. And yeah, just speak to some of your favorite moments.
Thank you, Shanda. Okay. Yes. Did I actually have to show up? Yeah, I went through a million hurdles. I literally will tell you right now that there are so many challenges in life and we make so many excuses on how not to get there. Am I still here, you guys?
Yes, you're right there. You're good.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because it changed and I'm like, uh-oh, did I lose it? My biggest takeaway was to find my own voice, find my own self. If I can back up and just say that I hit so terror barrier, I had never used that word before, but I did hear it. And I hit my first terror barrier when I got stuck in a country. I wasn't in Panama yet, and I got stuck there, and I just wanted to curl up into a tiny little ball and return home and never, ever, ever leave again. And I had to put on my big girl panties and say, you can do this. Like this is just another hurdle for you to actually put through. Do you have the perseverance? Do you have the strength? Are you able to do this? Yes, darn it, I sure as heck can. And I did, and I made it. And was I scared? Absolutely. Absolutely. But did I let that fear take hold of me and absolutely freeze me? Because that's where I was. I was frozen in Mexico going, I don't think I can do this. I need to go home. So I got past that. What did I learn from this whole thing was that my biggest thing that I came to Panama for was I just felt like I wasn't focused. I didn't feel like I absolutely, without a doubt, knew exactly where I wanted to go. I didn't have the picture. And it's so important to have that picture in your mind of exactly what you want it to feel like when you get to your destination. And I was kind of stuck in this circle of, I don't know what my destination is. Well, I have my destination and it's going to be amazing. I met some amazing women. I was able to love on them the way they were loving on me, to make me believe as a woman that I am 100% a sovereign woman that can actually do anything I want. So Davida said it, we can do whatever we want. And that was my hugest takeaway. And I feel strong today. Had a long journey home yesterday. Woke up this morning super excited to get on with you, Shanda, because I had never met you in person. But man, did I adore you. I was like, I want to be like her. And that's the other thing too. Ladies need to know, if you see somebody in your distance and you look at them and go, I want what they want, then go visit with those people. Be where they are. Be what they are doing. Don't be afraid of them. Don't be jealous of them. Oh my goodness, don't be jealous of them. Be so proud of them and go, what are you doing that I'm not doing? Does that make sense, people?
It's so good. I love it so much, Lisa. And I absolutely loved watching you really step into that power because it was really special and it was a blessing to everyone there. And I love that the timing of this question, because I really think you're going to be the best person to answer it. So we have someone here in the group that's asked, what if I don't have a business started, but I wanted to learn and grow? What would you say to them if they were considering Kelowna?
Oh my goodness. Well, you want to grow, the best thing is to step into yourself first. You need to surround yourself. Like, we're going to Kelowna. We're going to Kelowna to recontinue this energy, this power that we have. And you will find out it, because the vision's not there yet for you. And if the vision is not there for you, don't be afraid of that. That's absolutely going to come. You will find exactly what you want by being surrounded by a community like what we have. So yes, get your butt to Kelowna, get yourself signed up. Shanda's going to be there. Melanie's going to be there. Davita's going to be there. Brenda's going to be there. Susan's going to be there. All of these amazing women that, maybe they're ahead of you. Some of them are ahead of me of where they want to be. But the fact of the matter is that we'll all help you find who you are, and just go to Kelowna. It's that simple.
It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. Thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate you. And I can't wait to see you there in Kelowna as well. I feel like it's like a sisterhood, right? All of these women, I love you all. And I'm so grateful. Yes, Kyla will be there too. I love it. We will share all the details at the end about Kelowna. I promise. I promise. I will not keep it from you. Yes, it is the next retreat location for sure. All right. So now I would love to get Tonya up. Tonya is a firecracker, amazing, bold woman who has started a business and was looking for female mentorship. Everyone that she had been learning from or looking up to was either not still around or was a very masculine person. And she's like, I just need some girls. I just want to go somewhere I can dance and play and have fun and be myself, but also do something dynamic and special. And so when she showed up to Panama, she came in with all the energy and was finally able to learn this one lesson. And I know there's someone in this group right now that needs this lesson too, that you're not too much. You're not too much. In fact, you're perfectly and wonderfully made, and all of the energy and all of the love and all of the loudness. I remember she came up to me this weekend. She's like, that was the first time I didn't apologize for being loud. I just left the room and went somewhere I could be loud because I'm not going to not be loud. And it was so good to watch you grow, girl. And so I want you to share your takeaways and talk to the women out there who have been told they're too much, they're too loud, that they're too bold, they're too sassy, they wiggle around too much, and speak to them.
Thank you so much, Shanda. First of all, sorry about the way that I have to say. I just had to get on this call. I had to make sure that I'm here. But yes, actually, I'm not apologizing. This is what it is. I'm coming in all of my glory. I retract that apology. However, I'm actually really grateful for you, for your divine femininity, and for your power that you have, because you are who I saw. You are who I followed, you and Melanie. And I was just like, okay, that is it. That it's like I resonated with it. So I trusted that and I just went for it. But I'm so happy you brought up that, like, what I was thinking about, what I was going to talk about today was, just my takeaways. But when you mentioned that, I was looking for female mentorship, I forgot about that completely. And now it's like, thank you for bringing that up, because yeah, as a female, as a woman who doesn't want to just like sit still, be pretty. And I mean, I don't mind being pretty, but like, I don't want to just be submissive to everybody. But at the same time, I want to build businesses. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be big. I want to be great. I want to be my greatest. So how do you, navigate through a world where I don't want to say it's male dominated, but how do you navigate through a world where everybody is telling you that, you want this, but you're too much, or you're like this, right? So at my work right now, they always say, you walk too fast. You walk too fast. This. When I was new, after a while, I have the top sales. I have the most compliments. All my guests leave saying how much they love me. And now everybody is starting to walk faster like me. So I was a little lonely as far as mentorship. They were all men. They're either not around, or they were younger than me, or even then, like, I just didn't vibe with it. So coming to this retreat, I learned a lot actually about how a woman's cycle works and how you can maximize your energy during certain times of your cycle, or not of your cycle, but of your life. And one thing I realized was, like, I'm not alone, and I can do this that way, their way. I don't have to do it like waking up in the morning and going to the gym every single day and being there for 2.5 hours, and then maybe going again, and then calling people a million times and rah, 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 rah. Like, I knew that I saw beautiful women living in their pure divinity and then still making results at the same time, still having the results that I want, and telling me that you can do it. You don't have to do it like them. You can do it like us. I figured it out. Melanie and Shanda figured out how to get the results like a high achieving man does, by the style of a high achieving woman. And before I came to Panama, I was having an issue defining what a woman was, or what a divine woman was, or what divine femininity is, because I've been so conditioned that I had to be masculine in order to get that. I even was insecure. Even my own self-value and self-worth when it came to even dating would be like, okay, well, that high value man probably wouldn't look at me as a high value woman, because I don't work like him, or I don't have those exact results like him, right? And I learned what it actually is to be a true divine woman that is able to yield results, is able to actually inspire people. This weekend I came here thinking, before this past weekend, I came here thinking that I was in victim mode. When I've studied the law of attraction, I've studied all this, and I know that we are all equal, and that we are all able to attract and manifest just as equally as each other. But I was making myself special in some sense, thinking that I was special and I couldn't manifest, right? Special, not in a good way. Special as in, like, I was so unique and such a victim that I couldn't manifest, but everybody else could. Like, in my mind, I believed that we could manifest. In my mind, I believe, like, I do believe that. I believe every single person is made in the likeness of God, our creator, and that therefore we are the co-creators of our lives. But I came there with the first mental attitude of, but I just can't do it. It's just not in my books. It's like, how dare I think that I'm so unique, that I'm different from everybody else, that I'm the only one that cannot manifest. That didn't really make any sense at all to me. So the funny thing was there were certain questions I didn't even know I had to ask. And when, like, Casey, she was there. She asked a question. And when Melanie told her what was going on, it like hit me like a brick wall. And I was like, because Casey, she's a model, right? And she's like, how, you know, what if, how do we tie together our niches if we have two different niches? And then Melanie said something about like, well, can't you, like you traveling the world, can't they, like, doesn't a model struggle because she financially needs help because she this well, you could teach and she just showed her how she could mix both of the things that she's passionate about and like really get down to the nitty gritty of her own business. And then it clicked in my mind because I'm an artist and I'm like, wow, I'm not two separate things. I'm not just an artist and an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. I just made that up right now. But it was such a breakthrough through them, through my own things. I was able to ask questions that I wasn't able to ask before, only because I saw the women around me open up and be vulnerable. And it allowed me to be vulnerable. I really thought I was going to come to Panama. And I was like, I don't know if anyone is going to be like me, if anyone's going to resonate with me, if, you know, and then I came there seeing every single different woman in so many different stages of their lives, such a variety, and all of us literally on one frequency going together, vibing with each other. Like I'm literally getting goosebumps on my face right now. The love that I got from these women, like, it's like, you have a mother and a sister and a grandmother with you at all times. It was just so beautiful. And I'm so grateful. I came back with more energy than I've ever had. I used to wake up before coming to Panama. I used to wake up in the morning dreading getting out of bed. Dreading it. I would lay there for hours, not wanting. I had no energy. But while I was on my way to Panama, I was getting stuck physically, like my executive functions were shutting down. I'd literally like stop in my tracks and like my eye would start twitching. I was just so pent up as far as energy. That has not happened to me not one time since after my first day, after interacting with everybody. It completely went away. And now I'm back. I know what I want to do. I know the steps I'm going to do. And when I think about them, I don't feel that nasty feeling inside. I used to feel when I think about my daily method of operations and the things that I needed to do to get the results that I'm looking for, I would get this feeling and it would start from like in the back of my like nasal cavity towards the left side, and it would come down through my throat, down to my chest, and all through the left side. And it would just like, it was like a green, gross, sticky fire, right? And now when I think about the things that I need to do, I'm like, I'm excited to do it. I'm ready to do it. Like if you guys can't feel the energy from me right now, like I want to do it because now I have clarity. And somebody mentioned to me, and I didn't even realize people were listening. I said that I had clarity. I believe it was Grace that was like, yeah, you actually said that, or was it Shan? I don't remember who said it. I feel like multiple people said it, that you said you wanted to have clarity when you got here. And look, now you have it. It's not magic, you guys. It's a choice. It's not magic. It's a choice. And it's not one choice. It's a consistent choice every single moment. There's a moment now and a moment now and a moment now. And it's not how bad you want it. It's how bad you want it, how often, or it's how often you want it that bad, right? So definitely go to Kelowna, make that choice now, make that choice tomorrow, and keep making that choice every time a little piece of adversity comes up. I had to borrow money to come because I got screwed over to get my passport, and I ended up having to pay a lot. But there were so many moments I could have chosen not to go, but I kept choosing and I kept choosing. Even while I was there, I kept choosing to let go, to dig deeper, to allow to put my ego aside and to allow people to teach me, rather me being the only one that's got to teach everybody, right? So make that choice to surrender, make that choice to receive, because it's ask and you shall receive. It's ask and you shall receive. We don't receive anything unless we're asking and we're open to it. So thank you, Shanda, so much for being you, for being the most amazing woman. And hearing your story inspires me so much. Your perseverance and your resilience is one of a kind, and I look up to it so much. And thank you, Melanie, for paving the way for everything you've been through. Like, whoo, I love you guys so much. And also your family. Like, your girls are amazing. I love them. Okay, I'm going to pass it back to you. Thank you
so much. I'm so grateful for you. You absolutely, like I said, are not the woman who showed up this weekend. So, you know, you can all come as you are, but I promise y'all won't leave the same. Oh, I'm so grateful. Great job. Beautiful. I love your story and your energy. I'm going to bring up Brittany. So Brittany also had a crazy breakthrough this weekend. She's like, I've only been pigeonholing, right? We're taught to niche. We're taught to find our niche and to find our niche in our story. And she has that. But she's like, I was neglecting so much more of the heart of what I want to do and who I want to help and how I want to help people. And she is a dynamic woman with a big heart, and watching her like embrace this complete desire instead of trying to follow the rules and fit in her niche, it broke open. And like every time we talked about it, I just got chills over my entire body. And I'm so excited for her to tell you about this breakthrough. So tell them a little bit about that aha moment, how it came to be, and why you're so excited to move forward. And obviously what you might say to someone considering coming to Kelowna. Oh, I think we're frozen. Maybe that's me. Brittany, can you hear me? Well, we'll see how this works. Looks like we're having a couple of technical issues. Like Tonya said, it's crazy what happens when there's, in my experience, big breakthrough. There's almost always big adversity. Every single time. Whenever I have big challenges, I almost always have a big breakthrough on the other side. So Tonya's travel was one piece of that. And obviously technology is going to be like that for us right now. Okay, do we have Brittany online? Are we able to get her up? I know that, again, technology is giving us a minute. And if not, that's okay. We can go on to Brenda. All right. Well, I'm going to bring up Brenda while we're waiting for Brittany to get connected. Brenda is so, like, literally hearing about your mission brought me to tears. The way that you bring peace and ease and love into situations that are challenging for children. She works in a dental office, y'all. And she's like, I want children to enjoy the experience. She just sees the places where compassion is missing and brings it. And I love that you do that in every area of your life. And I really love that you have a heart to impact people. And I just really appreciated your energy this weekend. And so I'd love for you to share your takeaways and, you know, what you would say to someone considering Kelowna.
Hi there. It was a real pleasure to attend this event. What I really loved about it was that when we all first arrived, yes, we had our energy, but we also had our vulnerabilities. And but yes, and we helped each other and supported each other through all of that. And so many words of wisdom coming from everywhere. And it just had such an impact on everybody. As everyone was leaving, you could just feel the love amongst each other, and how much we loved each other and appreciated each other and supported each other. So it was really good to see the women walking away feeling empowered and having a just that ability to yes, I'm going out and I'm going to walk my stride as a woman. I'm going out there and I'm going to do my thing. And so it was a real pleasure to witness all of that. My takeaways were, despite everybody's admiration of what I have accomplished, I still suffer from lack of confidence, and so I get stuck for a while. And so I've been stuck for a little while, and I went there with the intention of finding myself again. And a couple of the takeaways that I got that I think is really helping me to move forward is that my presence is needed to help someone find their freedom. And I think that was a really good eye opener for me. It's like, yes, I'm there to help people. And the other one was my reluctance to pick up the phone is an old self that popped forward that I didn't even know was still there. I used to be a people pleaser, and it came out that this reluctance to pick up the phone was my old people pleaser self popping out at me. So sneaky. But anyways, it's we'll take care of that little sneaky thing. I would really encourage anybody that's thinking about going is to find the money however you can, and just go, because you will not regret the environment of all the support and love that you'll feel, all of the little things that'll help you feel better and be stronger and go out there, and you'll leave there feeling like you can conquer the world, as you should, as a divine woman.
There's no doubt. And I absolutely love that you found that self-knowledge, because here's the thing. I swear it's all of us, but you know, maybe there's some of you out there who didn't grow up with this button, but the like people pleasing button, like I was good at that, living my life for everybody else. Oh, girl, like that was my jam. It was like I didn't even know what my preference was until everyone else had an opinion. And everything I did, I was worried about what I said and how I said it and what this person might think and what that person might think. And I would sit and I would replay the stories and the conversations forever. And it was just, it consumed me. And so the fact that you really found even just the residual pieces of that lack of confidence or that lack of willingness to step into your greatness, and where it's having you play small, right? Because
yes,
serve the world, but the fact that you got that kind of aha moment, like the ripple effect that has in communities, in families, in lives, when we can start to honor and cherish ourselves. Brenda, inspire me so much. And I'm so glad that you came. And I know that when you're accomplished on the outside, that people don't always appreciate the challenges that go on the inside. But the fact that you played all out and that you were willing to go to those places and to be seen and to see was really special. And I'm really excited for everything that's ahead. I can't wait to see you in Kelowna. And I think she's absolutely right. This is exactly the kind of place where you can come as you are. You can build and create and heal and explore all the edges of all the things that are holding you back and all the places you can move forward and implement the framework into your business. It's really cool. So Brenda, thank you for joining us, and thank you for taking time to share your story today. It really means a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, now I am going to pass it to Sherry. Sherry is the funniest person on, like, okay, so we have this one piece of homework, right? Everyone has to go take a pretty picture. We're on a beach in Panama, right? There's palm trees everywhere. Go take a pretty picture and do some sort of takeaway caption for Instagram. Sherry finds a water fountain and like sits there and like makes it look like it's pouring water into her mouth, like a water. She's so funny. This woman is just a riot. She brought her husband, who was really engaged, which I thought was really cool because they are opposite personalities. They learned a lot about communicating, but they are clearly a very beautiful couple. It was so inspiring to all of us to see the two of you grow and learn together. And it was his idea as much as it was yours. And so I know that there was a lot of moments this weekend that were really special and breakthrough worthy for you. I would love for you to share kind of your perspective. Like, what did you take away from the event? What do you think about Kelowna? Should people look at it? And if so, why?
Okay. With my husband, to give a little background, it was our 30th wedding anniversary. And when I was going to Panama, I says, well, do you want to go? And he says, yeah, well, let's make it a wedding anniversary. And so, I asked him, does he want to go to the event? And he said, yeah, I do. And I said, just be open. Just be open. And I went, and when I was in there, and it's interesting being like, the wife is, and I'm a control freak. Okay. I'll admit it. And I focused on me and let him focus on him. And that was actually really good. And I didn't care It's just, he said he was going to be open, and he was. And there's actually a few things during that, is the feeling of being in a truly supportive, non-judgmental environment. And I've been in personal development since about 1994. This is not my first rodeo, but this is actually one of the most beautiful rodeos I've been at. And I'm sure I'm not fibbing, lying when I say it is truly non-judgmental, truly safety, and truly supportive and loving. And you could be who you are. And you don't know who you are yet. You'll get to know yourself. And one of the biggest takeaways I got is that it's okay for me to be a wild child. It's okay for me to be myself, to be different. And because it's like, when they're like society and whoever wants to be a clone, so you're supposed to do this, or you're supposed to be this way, or you get the impression that that's what this does. And it's okay to take a 90-degree angle and go and be yourself, and to be that wild child. And it's not only okay, it's pretty much imperative that I follow that path. And when it came to choosing, I wanted to come in with an intention of clarity of where my coaching is to go. I'm a run coach, actually. And my coaching to go is go. And when the offers were up, I blanked. I was totally blanked. And I froze. And so with talking to Dennis and with talking to Melanie, and it became clear that I am definitely a coach, and what's ahead of me was more than what I expected. And when it showed that, no, I'm meant to be on stage, I am meant to coach a different fashion, and meant to be different to the running community, that was pretty powerful. And the one last thing that came through, and it came through this morning actually, is the power of forgiveness. I had not had a good relationship with my oldest brother, and to say that we were at opposites is putting it mildly. Now, before I came to Panama, he had advanced Alzheimer's, and I knew that before I came to Panama, and he was the first person I wrote down to forgive. And I found out today, actually, that he passed away on Sunday. And I look at, because I actually put him in a place of where I forgave him, he was able to pass away in peace. And as well, I'm free to go as well, too. So that was pretty powerful. And when it comes to Kelowna, and when it comes to following, is trust your heart, trust your intuition, trust your inner guidance. Because we get filled up with all this noise of all this blah, 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 blah going on. And we need to sit still. I'm going to say we, as in the proverbial me too, as well too. Sit still and let our heart speak, let our intuition speak. And when it comes down to it, follow that, because peaceful, still voice. And when I've always heard is follow the small, still voice. And a lot of times you have to shut up in order to listen to it. And when we do listen to it, when we listen to that gentle pulling of go there, no, you need to go there, follow that direction, go there. What lies in front of us is really amazing. So yeah, this was an incredible event. There are a lot of different ways. And yeah, I'm actually excited to see where everything comes next for me. It's not going to be small, and it's not going to be tame.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing tame, and we're not playing small. I love it so much. And I'm so grateful you were able to find the peace that you needed exactly when you needed it. What a beautiful, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that happened. So I'm sending you all the love, and I'm really glad that we got to be that space for you. Because I know, yeah, it could have been a very different feeling. So I'm really glad that you had that peace and that restoration. And I agree with her. It's so interesting because as women, I think that our still small voice is actually one of the most powerful things that we have. Also, if we don't listen to ourselves very often, it can be something where we have this like inkling or desire, but then what we hear on the inside is fear. And so how I started learning to listen to my still small voice is anytime I was having a conversation in my heart or in my head about should I, shouldn't I. It was, am I making this, like, I would just start identifying which voice is fear and which voice is faith or love or hope. And then I could hear the difference, because our true inner still voice is infused with love and faith and hope. And when you can connect to that part of your spirit, that part of your intuition, that part of your heart, there is this ease that comes in your entire life. Now, the fear is going to creep up every once in a while. And you just tell it to go away, but you get better and better and stronger and stronger. And that's part of what we're going to be covering in Kelowna, is really how to step more into your power, authenticity, and trust those trust that intuitive part of yourself. Because, and I mean, this is a great segue to bring Brittany up. Actually, I'm really excited because, you know, she was really niched, and her niche is so beautiful and it's so built on her story. But moving from that, she's now really listening to her whole self, and her whole brand is coming together, and her whole vision is coming together, and there's so much more creativity from it. And she's just like, I'm excited. I can't wait. I got this. And it's creating that inspired flow that makes it fun and full of energy and life to create from. And it's just been really cool. Like, literally, I got goosebumps every time we talked about it this weekend. It was insane what happened for you. So, Brittany, I want you to talk about your clarity on your brand. Like, you came in probably one of the more clear people in terms of your niche and your offering and your servicing. But there was a big breakthrough that happened. So speak to them about that, and then any advice you'd give them if they're considering Kelowna.
Okay. First off, I have to say the shares on here are straight up fire, because my phone overheated, and that's what let me shut down my phone. I was like, oh my God, no. So love you all, ladies. Like, oh my gosh, so amazing. So the biggest takeaway, oh my God. Okay, so I'm a vaginal health coach. That has been my niche. I have been focused on a body part of a woman. And when I had a conversation with Melanie, and we sat down and we just were talking through this, because I was really struggling I was having a block. And that was my intention, is to get through this block of why I can't move forward through truly helping the women out there. And through that, I was sharing my story of like, well, my vagina failed me. I had a whole bunch of infections. Then I started the healing journey of that. Then my mental health of depression, anxiety went down the drain. And so I was on a journey of healing that. And then now is like my financial is like going downhill. I'm like, she's creating empires, like, boom, perfect healing journey for my financial health. And it hit me in that moment. I was like, holy shit, I am addressing the whole woman of me, not just a piece of me. And oh my God, that was so magical to have that. And every time I say it, I cry. I think I'm going to be like, okay, I said it enough. I'm not going to cry again. But that hit so close to my heart, because every single one of us deserves to have a whole piece of us, not just a part. And it was funny because when I was talking with Melanie, I straight up grabbed my pen and I threw it on the desk, and I was like, what the fuck? I was just like, what? Why have I been doing this to myself for so long? And then here I go and I'm doing it to other women. And that was a disservice to myself and to others. And so that was the big aha in my business and through me, is I'm here to step into that feminine divine power that she creating an empire has, and these beautiful women here that are sharing, and then all of us here. That's what we crave. That's what we want. And it was just perfectly aligned. And Melanie was like, we're in this together. Like, you and I have the same mission. And that was just so amazing. I left there with not only a new connection to self and what my purpose is in life and my business and everything, but I have made so many amazing sisters. All you ladies. I the community was just so much love and so much empowerment, and each one of us had our own story, and it just ignited something in me. And I think that's what also led to the wholeness piece. And the proximity to be so close to Shonda and so close to Melanie, I was like, it's like famous people and I get to hug them. It was so cool. It was so amazing. And yeah, just to have that one-on-one with them, that's rare. You don't get that. Like, I've done a lot of reaching out to retreats like this before, and it's very like either online, you don't even get to go somewhere, or when you do, it's very distant. Like, you just get to see them on a stage and that's it. You don't get the closeness of having a conversation with them. Like, I am still on an ultimate high. Like, this is nuts.
It's so beautiful. And I really believe that love is the container that allows us to create authentically. And so this is the whole point of these retreats, is that we hold that container, we bring that unconditional love, we bring that energy, and then you learn what it's like to receive that at that kind of holistic place. Give it to yourself, and then you create from there. And it creates this ripple effect of dynamic, strong, feminine, loving business leaders who have lots of money, lots of energy, lots of time, lots of influence, dynamic brands that are huge in the marketplace. And we get to be that beacon that there's no competition. It's collaboration, that it is a rising tide raises all ships, and that together we are better. And you're so right, Brittany. It's like, because I was experiencing this sisterhood, I was then able to release. And that's what I saw. Everyone came in kind of like, okay, now what? And then they're like, oh, I don't have to be anything except for me. And then it's like, who am I? What do I want? And you got to listen. And that's why we tagline this, nourish your soul and build your business, because it's a really dynamic energy to create from. And it really is, in my opinion, the power of a feminine CEO. Divine CEOs in the house, right? Yes. Success coaches, absolutely creating divine, successful, abundant community. And I'm so grateful that you're a part of it. Watching that breakthrough come together for you, Brittany, was really special. And I cry too when you talk about it. Like, every time I'm backstage, I'm like, that's so beautiful. Like, it's so real. Oh, I'm so grateful for you. And see, this is the thing, is that just because you know how to help someone with a problem doesn't mean you know how to communicate it from a place of your divinity, your truth, your power, right? So, and your love. And so when you really get like when we teach personal branding at She's Creating an Empire, it's so much deeper than pick your niche and use a hashtag. Like, yes, we talk about that, and we did some great Instagram training, but it was really about connecting to the spirit of why you do what you do, and the spirit of who needs what you have. And there's so much more to it that creates this personality around it that is so authentic and unique, and is really beautiful. So thank you for showing up and for going all in. It was really cool. And now, last but definitely not least, I'm going to bring up my girl, Sue. So Sue she comes from a fitness background, and she basically at 55 years old decided to completely reinvent herself, sell everything, move to a different town, decide to build multiple streams of income, become an online income coach, and become a success coach, and just like do all the things, because for so much of her life, she was seeking validation from men and from society, and she was being a good girl. And she's lovely, by the way. However, she's not going to live her life for other people. And, you know, there is a season of that, obviously, as mother, when she had full-time children at home, it was a really convenient excuse to not be all that she was created to be. I believe you can have self-expression and boldness and adventure and children. But that wasn't Sue's story. She became an empty nester, and she became single, and she's like, can I really do this at 55? Can I really start again? And it's crazy what's happened. She's just come to life. And there was this thing that happened, and I want to see if you can identify it, because Sue and I haven't even had this conversation. Sue always had this little bit of desperation. There was this like, I have to make it happen. I have to make it happen right now. I need the money. I need the thing. I need the thing. And it was just this panic of the rat race. And I remember feeling it, but I watched it literally go away this weekend. It was completely annihilated from her spirit, from her heart, from her eyes, from her mouth, from her energy, from her verbiage, from her decisions, from her ideas. There's no fear there anymore. And so I want you to talk about that. Like, how did you get into a place of peace and ease and abundance? And what was that shift for you? And then what would you tell someone about coming to Kelowna?
Thanks, Shanda. Boy, it was a huge shift for me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, here we go. I came here with walls up, protecting my heart, because I wasn't letting go of trauma I had when I was 13. Melanie was talking about, you know, how women are told to shut up and sit down and do as they're told. Well, that came from my mom and my brother. And the trauma that gave me, I've held on to that for a long time. Even trying to make breakthroughs in my life, that trauma always came up. And this community of women, being able to be vulnerable, and the love that I got back from all the ladies, like, you guys are my family now, like, all of you. I love all of the ladies now, especially Heather and Lisa. They know what they did. And it really helped release what was in my heart so that I can be lighter and I can soar now. My wings are out. Look out, ladies. I am going, and I want to bring all the ladies with me that have ever had any trauma and need to let that go so that they can live their divine life and live the way they're meant to live and hit the heights they're supposed to hit. And just be who they are authentically, and to be able to be like that here, and to know that I can grow and I can reach out to these ladies at any time for that support is huge. Like, that's priceless, absolutely priceless. Self-development is priceless. You can't put a price on it. So going to Kelowna, if there's anything holding you back, this is the community to be in. This is where you can be vulnerable and let it go and know that you're going to be loved and not judged and brought in and hugged, and just, I can't stop smiling. Even though it's still teary, I can't stop smiling. I don't know if you've noticed the entire hour I've been on here, I've been smiling because I am lighter, and I know that, being that I've reinvented myself at 55 is amazing. So I'm going to bring all the ladies to Kelowna. I'm bringing my daughter. She doesn't know that yet, but I'm bringing my daughter to Kelowna. So,
I completely agree. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that you just played all out, and, you know, that you felt safe to be able to do that. I think it's really, really, really special. It's just been crazy to watch. Like, the glow ups have been insane. So I want to thank you all. Now, when it comes to Kelowna, I want you to know what's going to happen. On August 17th, we have rented a mansion. It is on the lake. It is beautiful. And what is happening is for 4 days. So it's the 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. Check out 21st. We are going to have some lake time. We're going to have 3 days of training, absolute dynamic equipping from Melanie and our she's creating an empire, master coaches and leadership team. We've got incredible experts coming on social media, mindset, sales, and then, of course, Melanie's divine CEO, complete success coaching. We've got a success framework we're going to share with you on how you can really walk through the process of becoming the captain of your fate and of your soul, really creating the life that you want. And as you can see, it is an amazing experience. We're going to We're going to cook together. It's going to be luxury summer camp vibes. So the idea is that we have a mansion, but it's also like girls' summer camp. There's no boys allowed to stay at this one. Melanie's like, well, maybe if we get a cabin like down the way. So we'll think about it. But for right now, it's for sure a ladies' camp. There is going to be some extra training for the guys. If they want to come to the training sessions, they can. But the summer camp is going to be like yoga on the patio at sunrise, or maybe a little later than sunrise. So it's not that early. We're going to cook together. We've got team building. We've got a couple of ladies that we're going to share makeup tips and really bring that. The idea of the Kelowna retreat is activating that childlike faith, bringing that childlike energy to the table so that we can play and create from that, okay? So as a community, that's what we're doing. The thing that's challenging about this is because it's all in one building, we only have 18 spots, and I think there's only 6 left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post a call link where you can actually reach out to me, because I don't want someone to think they got registered and have it not work, or, you know, think that they can get this kind of bed when that kind of bed's not available. So I want to be there with you to help you get registered. So I'm going to put my personal calendar link underneath here so that you can actually get connected to me and we can help you enroll to join us in Kelowna, August 17th through 21st. And just hold on. I think my internet's unstable. I love it when it says that, because I'm always like, is it unstable or is it me? I'm teasing. So funny. So August 17th to 21st, we will see you in Kelowna. We've got amazing training, amazing memories to make, amazing food to eat. It's all inclusive. You get your stay, you get your food, you get your drinks, you get fun t-shirts that are super cute. See, we can match. Oh, I'm so excited. And a team of coaches that'll be there to help you with your breakthrough. So I am so grateful for each and every woman on this panel. I'm so grateful for everyone who came to this retreat. And I can't wait to see who I get to love on and love with and create with and share tools and systems and strategies to rocket our businesses, our brands, our hearts to the next level, and really just create this incredible community to take it to a new level in Kelowna. So I will see you all there. Thank you so much. And for those of you who are in our momentum group, let's hop over to that Zoom right now. Thanks, ladies.